What's up, ladies? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Nutrition Mastery, learning to live fit, toned, healthy in the body that you love, that you dream of, in a really healthy, sustainable way. We're going to give everybody just a minute to hop on, and I'm going to grab this link and email it to you, ladies. So give me just a minute. And trainers, while I'm doing this, why don't you share? How are you feeling right now? How's everybody doing?
Oh, feeling jazzed, feeling like we're just excited. I don't know, just really ready to rock and roll. Like, let's go. Get on, people. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm ready. I just feel comfy, cozy, just ready to chat, ready to talk it out and make some goals and crush them.
Yeah. I'm super excited to have some time to chat with everybody because we haven't been on a whole lot. And so it's so fun to be able to talk to all of you guys today. I'm so excited.
That's awesome. I agree. Okay, so click here to join us. Let me get this linked.
Hi, Melissa.
Yeah, one of y'all can push those comments up if you don't mind while I'm sending this email. We're just giving you ladies a couple minutes to jump on. I'm sending the email with the link to you ladies, and then we will get going. We're so freaking excited. Yeah. You know why? Because so many wins happen during these master classes, and it like sometimes they're life-changing because it's that one minor tweak that you're like, oh my gosh, that changed everything. I didn't even realize that was a thing. It's like, yeah, that's actually what we're doing today is there's 3 things that are a pretty massive thing that impacts your results that you might not even think is a thing. Does that make sense? Right? Yeah, that's what we're going to share. Okay, cool. Email has been sent. All right, ladies, I'm going to pull you off and let's get started.
Okay.
Meg, can you do the comments, please, while I'm doing my part?
On it.
All right. Hello, ladies. First of all, we just want to say welcome, hello, happy beginning of the chapter of 2024, right? So much growth happens each year, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And one of my favorite things to do every year at the end of the year is to get out my journal. Mine's on my iPad, Notability, and I just write out, how did I grow this year? To really self-reflect and say, did I grow to the level I wanted to grow? Where should I have changed something? Just reflecting. Did I really do what I wanted to do? So ladies, I would love to hear, what are some things that you do to start the new year? Like, what are some traditions you do? Do you backwards plan goals? Like, what are some things that you do? Let us know. If you are new to us, let me pull this up. If you are new to Queens of Iron, I just want to say hello and welcome. Yesterday, we gave an introduction of who we are. And so we won't do that today because we want to stick to the meat and potatoes of nutrition, nutrition mastery, self-mastery, so you really can live in your fittest, healthiest, and best self with the benefits of literally feeling so empowered in your skin to levels like, I didn't realize this was possible for me. And it really is. It just takes in really dialed in approach for your lifting program and for your nutrition. So we're going to share that with you. Yeah, some Melissa said you need to work on backwards planning. Heck yeah, girl. You must work on backwards planning because if you don't backwards plan the goal, then you have no path to get to the goal, right? Beautiful. Ladies, keep those coming in. I know some of you are jumping on a little later, so the comments come later, but keep sharing. Like, what are some things that you do each year? Do you journal? Do you reflect? Do you take some time off work? Like, what are some things that you do? Beautiful. I have some notes. All of us trainers have some notes. If you see us just pausing and looking, we just want to make sure that we're giving you really quality information without too many tangents. Awesome. Beautiful, ladies. Well, let's get going. So we're really going to talk to you today about some of the key pieces that are missing in your nutrition, or showing you that some of the strategies that you think is a really effective strategy to get better results for the time you're already putting in is actually hindering your progress, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome Katie, and she is going to talk to you about mistake/improper strategy number 1.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone. Oh my gosh. I hope you all had such a beautiful holiday and just got to be fully present in all of the memories. And I don't know about you guys, but I always feel like I'm on this roller coaster after, like, during the holidays. Like, I'm coming up this roller coaster and then I reach the top of it. And then all of a sudden I just come crashing down and this huge weight is off my shoulders and I'm back to reality. But it feels really good. Like, I do like the good structure and routine and also kind of the time off to sleep in and be a little slower in the mornings. But I wanted to share the one thing that I do for the New Year's. I no longer do New Year's resolutions because I am just continuing my lifestyle all the time. But the one thing that I started doing is I started just writing out all of my goals for the year as if they already happened. So like manifesting them. And I just put a lot of intention into that. What do I want to see for myself? And like I said, I act as if it already happened. I'm writing in there like it already happened. And then I tuck it away and I don't read it until the end of the year. And it's just something I started doing for myself. And I find it really fun to go back through and be like, oh my gosh, I've seen a lot of those things happen. I really did do those things. I just put the intention out there and worked really hard on it. So that's been kind of fun. It's just something maybe a little silly that I do, but anyways, I am just truly excited to be here today and again, talk a little bit more about nutrition, which is really one of my favorite topics. And what I specifically want to talk to you guys today about is eating the same foods pretty much every day. Now, I know you might be thinking, what the heck do you mean? This totally is working. And to a degree, ladies, yes, it works, but there's just more to uncover here, okay? So before I even start, I want some real honesty. And I want you to drop a number 3 in the comments if you eat the same things every day because it's easy. So we got to be honest. Is it just easy for you? You eat the same things every day, okay? Drop a 3 if that's you. And I've been there, so I can drop a 3 too. I've been there. Is there any 3s in here? Because it's just easy? Yes? Okay, there's some 3s coming in. Okay. Now I want you to drop 3s. I want you to drop a 4 if you absolutely love eating the same things every day. And again, some real honesty here. Like you love it. I'm talking, you love it so much that it's just so sustainable for the rest of your life, like for long term to eat the same things just every day. All right, really? Some 4s. Okay. All right. Okay. Do not eat the same thing every day. Nope. Okay. I'm with you on that. I used to eat the same things every day, but I've changed. I've changed my ways. Okay. So now I want you to drop a 5 if you feel like you get food boredom. Is there any 5s in here? A 3.5? Okay. It is easy for planning. Yep. For simplicity. Yeah. But talking long term here. And then again, 5s if you feel like you get food boredom. Yes. Yep. Me too. Yep. Lots of 5s. Perfect. Okay. So let's talk about it and what this may look like for you, right? So each week you stock up on all your essentials. You're ready to crush it. It's Sunday. Maybe that's meal prep day for you. You prep your breakfast. You have lunch prepped and prepared. Snacks, you kind of have the same rotation each day, each week, a very small amount of choices maybe, or maybe you just even do protein shakes for your snacks. I actually see that quite often. And then dinner, maybe there's a little bit more flexibility because if you have kids, sometimes you have to make it a little more kid-friendly or whatever it may be. But there's a little more rotation through things for dinner. But at the end of the day, maybe you still feel like you're really missing some of your favorite recipes or some of your favorite meals. Maybe it's something that your mom used to cook or your grandma used to cook. And you're just like, man, I would actually really like to include that, right? And let me get back to my notes here. So you're lifting, you're tracking your food, right? You have it all prepped and ready. You're drinking your water and getting your steps in and all of the things. And while you have created such beautiful structure and routine and planning ahead, as we talk about all the time, is super important for reaching your goals. What we have actually created is a plan that doesn't give us flexibility, which in turn means it's just not sustainable and is just a plan to be good for a time. So I want you to understand, though, I completely understand where you're coming from. Like I said, the structure and the routine is really good. And I understand that that's kind of probably the place where you're coming from with eating the same things each day. And I've been there. I've already said that, but I have done it before too. So realistically, how many of you want to eat the same things each week until you reach your goals? Like, you can throw a hands up emoji in the comments if you want. Like, realistically, if you want to eat the same things each week until you reach your goals, throw a hands up in the comments. Let's see if there's anybody out there going to be honest. I mean, I could to a degree, like the old version of me possibly, but I'm not so sure anymore. No hands ups. Okay. Like old version me would have been, heck yes, give me the plan. I'll eat the same things every day, right? So here's the real question. If that is you, once you reach your goals, then what now? What do you do after you reach your goals? If you've eaten the same foods every day just to get to your goals, then what? What do? What? What is the answer? Right? So while you're eating the same foods each day, I want you to imagine that you're asked to go to dinner or the kids want ice cream, but you turn those down inevitably because they're off your plan, right? That didn't fit into the plan, which again, structure and routine are not bad. That is not what I'm saying, right? But that plan of eating the same things every day, right? So again, we have created a plan to follow that doesn't realistically fit your life. And we're also not learning strategies to sustain your beautiful progress for life. We're not just doing this to be good for a time, right? This is forever. This is your life. You want grandma's recipes all in there, right? And so again, I've said this already, but the structure is helpful for sure, but it also creates a feeling of boredom. You guys, have you ever gotten to your lunch? And I've heard this a lot from clients, and I've also done it to myself, but you got to your lunch and you're like, man, I just had this yesterday and I don't even really want it. I have done that quite a few times. And ladies, we do not have to be bored with food. It can totally be fun too. And maybe you're starting to notice that you're having more cravings for certain things. That structure and not enough flexibility can bring those feelings up. And then again, without the right strategies, how are you going to fit those things into your week, right? And I want to touch a little bit on what can also happen internally as well. And that's that we really miss out on a lot of important and essential vitamins and nutrients that when we're eating the same foods almost every day. Like, ladies, imagine if you added more variety and just got better results because you added more variety into your foods, right? There is no single food or foods that can provide all that your body needs in it. And you may just be missing out on some energy, some natural energy, some mood boosting foods just by adding more variety into your diet. Like, how dang cool is that? And you can also loop gut health in there as well. If you feel like maybe things are a little bit off, maybe adding some more varieties, some more nutrient dense foods into your diet, it could be helpful. And that is super important. Gut health is super important, right? Okay. So I want you to imagine this, right? You've included all your favorite recipes. You're excited to eat lunch. No going to it and like, oh, I just had that yesterday and I made that. I have a rotation every other week. I just had that other week. You're excited to eat lunch. And tomorrow you have some really awesome snacks that you haven't had in a while. Maybe you went down the aisles at Costco and you're like, oh, I'm going to get some of these and some of these. Or maybe you said yes to that dinner invite from your friend that you previously said no to. Does that sound like it might be a little more sustainable for the long term rather than just be good right now, get to your goals, and then what the heck do we do, right? So, ladies, with the right strategy, you can truly make all of this happen. So, and yes, a meal plan or eating the same foods every day may offer that sense of control and structure. And we can still have that, but include things that we like, right? But true control, and structure is actually in the flexibility of your lifestyle, because we're not going to stop our lifestyle. It's going to continue on forever. It's really knowing how to be like a flexibility wizard and navigating through any situation that you're thrown into. And when we talk about freedom, this is a huge, huge part of that. So you guys, imagine again, just saying yes to life without hesitation, all while you live in a fit and healthy body that you just freaking love. There's just no questions asked anymore. It's just, yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do that. And you're just in control. So I want you to imagine for a moment, you're in your dream body right now. You're just pop your head onto that version. Your husband says, surprise, we're going to dinner. And you just go live your dang life. Like, how beautiful is that? And the whole time you're just in such control and you're just so successful along the way. There really is that balance where we can have our cake and eat it too. Now, again, each situation may look a little different and how we tackle it, but no matter what, you have the strategies to navigate it. Okay. So you really just have to weigh the benefits against the potential drawbacks for your long-term success. I know I've said this already multiple times. It's not to just be good right now, get to your goals, because, and then what, right? Right? It's having better strategies around nutritional goals, and lifestyle flexibility is key to living in that body that you want with optimal health levels long-term. And later, Kristen is going to share how to do that. But next up is beautiful Sierra, and she's going to talk with you a little bit more about calorie banking.
Thank you, Katie. What a powerful reminder that like that variety of food is just like power and variety of your life. How gorgeous is that? Like, yes, please. And hey, we know you are putting in the work and you may be getting some results, right? But definitely know that there is more for you on this table. Or maybe you're feeling like frustrated, plateaued. You're at this standstill and you're like, man, what's the best course of action? How do I want to move forward? And what I want us to actually chat about today is a really popular strategy called calorie banking. And I always love us to be on the same page because sometimes words around the fitness space can always get a little messy. So I'm curious, when you're hearing me say the word calorie banking, what comes to mind? Because when I'm going to be talking about is calorie banking is when we save up calories so that or save calories throughout the whole day so that we can have a larger meal to consume at home in the evening. Yeah, 100%. And drop a 6 right now if this is a strategy you have used before. If calorie banking is a strategy maybe you're using now, or maybe it's one you've used before. I have. Past binge eating Sierra was a prime calorie banker. Yeah, love it. Lots of 6s. I bet, right? I bet. Because calorie banking serves this beautiful purpose in your daily life, right? It becomes this ritual of comfort, a way to cap your day off with that sense of like connection and belonging. And like, picture it at the end of a long day. I know someone said holidays, you're tired, you're exhausted. And then calorie banking steps in as this almost oasis of comfort where it's not really about the calories. It's really about that emotional weight you're carrying. And you save those calories for like the right moment, right? Where you store them like just to have that dinner with your loved ones or have a meal. So you, just in case you go out to eat, you can indulge and share a satisfying meal and feel connected, feel really comfortable, but also most importantly, not feeling like that odd person out, right? You don't want to feel like, oh, I'm the only one eating, bear scraps here. So what we can do with that calorie banking, right, is we may get that sense of isolation and disconnection just from all these beautiful moments and experiences. And it's more than just food. It's this emotional nourishment we receive from those experiences. And what I love to think about is sometimes calorie banking almost becomes this like bridge and it fills this gap to become this strategy to be engaged, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And like I said, it's not really about the numbers. It's not really about the calories. It's almost this emotional sanctuary, this form of self-care, like this warm hug at the end of a really long taxing day. We've all been there, where it's about nurturing yourself, like just internally, like that best friend there to lend like a helping hand, and comfort you when you're just have that sensation of feeling full and content. It's that habit that just allows you to show kindness and love to yourself, which is what you really want, right? You deserve that love. You deserve that support. And that's kind of what we're looking for. Drop a 7 below if this sounds, but maybe most importantly, this feels like you. I'm going to just grab a sip of water really quick. Yeah, some 7s coming in. I love it. So powerful. Just having that moment of like, yeah, that was me. That's me, right? And I really hear you. You really want to feel that connection. You really want to feel that comfort. You really want to feel taken care of, right? And what I actually want us to dig into is why calorie banking may actually not be serving you and maybe working against you and your goals. So if you're ready to hear a little bit about that, drop an 8 below. And one thing I want to just say before we dig in there is, remember, here at Queens of Iron, we are extremely science-backed and research-backed. So we don't want to just be like, oh, don't calorie bank or don't use this strategy. We want to dig into the why so you can really understand how this strategy is serving you or not serving you. And that gives you a lot of power in your corner. So there are going to be 5 things we're going to chat about of why this causes a problem in your progress. So number 1, one that you probably don't want, it's going to slow your metabolism down. So when your body is not being fed throughout the day, you won't be as active. So this food throughout the day just gives you more energy. You use that food to just even subconsciously, like you fidget more, you walk more, you talk more. I talk with my hands all the time. They're always flapping. So that's a form of energy. But when your body's depraved of those calories, what does your body do? It starts to conserve. So it slows down your metabolism. It slows down your metabolic rate to actually help you conserve energy. It's like it's protecting you, right? It's taking care of you so that you can continue to thrive throughout the day. But what this can do to our body is it can make fat loss way more challenging in the long run, but not just fat loss. Your digestion can be off. I know Katie said gut health, 100%. Your hormones, it can get off and start wreaking havoc on your body. And your body sees this as tons of stress, just lots of stress on your body. And one of the most interesting things as a nutrition professional, and we see this a lot at Queens of Iron, this talk around intermittent fasting, especially for women who are perimenopause, menopause, postmenopausal. And we've actually had multiple clients come to us using those strategies, feeling stuck, plateaued for years. And then they try something different and boom, their body's like, let's go. We got this. So that slow metabolism could be messing with your progress a little bit. Number 2, calorie banking means increased hunger. So missing meals, even though it feels like this beautiful, or like having small, teeny little meals throughout the day to have this larger meal, can mean intense hunger later on in the day. And that can actually cause us to overeat. Even mindset wise, if we think about it this way, we almost think, oh my gosh, I've barely eaten all day, so I have plenty of room to eat. But this can actually cause us to overeat. And the big one is, especially if you're noticing tons of cravings, your body is looking for nutrients because it's lacked all these nutrients all day long. And it's like, come on, give me. And your body didn't get it. And so now we're at the point where your body's like, I need to thrive. Give me the food. So your cravings are up. But also this can mean like your energy throughout the day. may also feel really weak. You might feel fatigued, more brain fog, just that blech kind of vibe. So calorie banking definitely increased hunger, especially in the evening. So another thing, number 3, this is not fun, especially if you are perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal. The blood sugar roller coaster that can come from calorie banking. You kind of go without these long periods with food and then have this huge meal at the end of the day. What happens is we have like up in energy, down in energy, and that creates a ton of stress in our body. Not only stress, but then low energy, fatigue, brain fog. And then the other little piece here is you have this huge meal at the end of the night. You have this massive surge of energy, and then you can't sleep because your digestion is overworked. You're all the energy that you have, and now sleep, which we know is beautiful for fat loss, is struggling too. So that's another piece we should look out for with calorie banking. Okay, this one, yikes. This one is like my for all my ladies who want to make progress in the gym. Number 4, we actually see this with calorie banking is muscle loss. Yeah, muscle loss. Yikes. How does this happen? So when we have these long gaps between meals where it causes your body to actually break down your muscle tissue, yes, your muscle, for energy. Because when your glycogen stores are actually depleted, if, example, you work out in the morning or afternoon and you're not having a ton of food, pre-workout, post-workout, even just throughout the day, your body needs energy to live, survive, to do its thing. And when we do this, and you don't have enough glucose, glycogen, all of that ready to go, your body will take from the next quickest source to get energy, and that's from your muscles. Fat, we would love it to take from our fat, but unfortunately, it takes fat a really long process, 5 to 6 hours to actually convert into energy. And so the quickest way that your body can get that is through your muscle, which means we're actually, all the hard work we're putting into the gym is like getting thrown out. So, okay, drop a 9. I hope you're with me. If you want to keep your muscle, girl, but lose the fat. Like, we're like, please, no. That's a no for me. I love it. I love it. And then one of my favorite things here too, and I kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, is we see a lot of fat loss plateaus where you're just at this standstill, right? You're like, ugh, please. And I'm going to talk about a little story from Hattie Boyle, who is a world-class bikini pro champion and athlete. And she's actually used calorie banking and had it work against her. And so what happened was she was training for a competition. And during this competition, she was making progress, and all of a sudden she just stalled, and she was like, I'm following my macros. I'm following my training plan. Fitness, not bikini. My bad. Thanks, Kristen. But the cool part here was she started realizing, like, I'm stuck, but I'm following the plan, the macro plan, all of these pieces, like the workouts. She wasn't not following it, right? She's somebody who's like, no, I got my goal. I'm locked in. Let's go. Pro, right? She knows what she's doing. And she was stuck. And she's like, the scale's not budging. Nothing's moving. So she reached out to her coach. Coach was like, girl, we are calorie banking. This is working against us. So they made a plan. She stopped calorie banking. And you know what's funny? They didn't change her macros. They didn't change her training plan. They didn't add cardio. They didn't do anything crazy. They just stopped calorie banking, and the weight loss continued. No issues. So this is a really beautiful reminder that, like, hey, if you're feeling stuck in these areas, if you're realizing, hey, I'm not getting muscle, my energy's all over the place, I'm having increased hunger, cravings, and having these plateaus, it may be calorie banking just may not be serving you. So, hey, like, I get it. We get it. Calorie banking can feel like this really beautiful option, and it really can create some of these unbalanced eating practices and wreak a ton of havoc on your body, and just not just your body, but even your mental and emotional health as well. And that means, like, I'm doing all this work. I'm putting it in, and I'm just not seeing the results I know are possible. And if that's happening to you, it just means something in your nutrition is off. And if you are calorie banking, this is definitely one you may not want to continue. And the shift that needs to really happen, because we know you want to feel that comfort and that connection. And we don't want you to feel like, oh, okay, so now I can't have those things, or I can't have that variety of life. But it's just having more strategies in your tool belt, right? And being able to have all of those things that takes care of your body in a beautiful way, while also helping it thrive and getting the results you want. And later, the cool part is Kristen's going to share more of those pieces with you and look at that journey for you, so you know how to make that necessary shift in your life. But first, let's get Coach Megan out, because she's going to rock your world about just how you can have your cake and eat it too.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for all of that, Sarah. That's so beautiful. And it's such a great reminder, like what calorie banking is and what it can do, because it can feel really special. But at the end of the day, all you're doing is just really ruining your progress. And I don't think any of you guys really want that. So something I wanted to chat about really quick, because when Kristen was on just talking about like, what things do you guys do at the beginning of the new year? And something I've done, I would say for like the past 5 years, is pick a word. And I just thought a lot of people did that, but the more I talk about it, I don't think a lot of people do that. And so every year at the beginning of the year, actually, I start thinking about it in December, and I just think, what do I really want for my life? What do I want? And I pick a word that really embodies it. And then every year I try to live out that word. And never fails, like things come into my life that help me practice that word. So the word, and I'm going to put it out here. And I think sometimes when you put it out there, it's like, okay, thank you. Now God and the universe are going to make sure I get to practice it. But the word I chose this year is fearless. So I'm going to try to live that out every single day this year. So if you guys are thinking about choosing a word, or you haven't thought about that, I would encourage you to try and do that, because it's a good way to kind of stay on the path without feeling too much overwhelm. Enough of that. Moving on to food, which we all love, right? I don't know about you guys, but I really love date night. I love going out with my friends. I love enjoying myself going out with my husband. I also like going out and doing this knowing I'm able to crush my goals, right? Like still hit my goals, go out and hit my goals. If that sounds like you, I want to see a number 10 if you want to do that too. Oh my gosh, my word is breakthrough. That's fabulous. That's such a great word. So I'm going to take a swig of water. So if you guys want to be able to go out, live your life, do all the things, and still crush your goals, I want to see a number 10 up there on the screen. Okay, I'm seeing some 10s come in. Amazing. I'm still going to take a swig real quick. Amazing, right? And I think a lot of people are sitting here thinking like, yeah, freaking right. But what I love to do, I'm gonna share a story with you guys. Oh my gosh, beautiful transformation. I love that. Absolutely beautiful. So the story situation, and I'm going to go ahead and assume. I don't want to assume, but guess a lot of you guys have been in this position before. So when I'm going through this, if stuff starts coming up, or if you feel uncomfortable while I'm chatting through this scenario, it's okay. It's just really going to solidify that you guys are in the right place today. Okay, so let's get started. Imagine that you're out with a group of your friends, okay? It could be, let's stick with friends. A group of your friends, and you're walking into a restaurant because it's girls' night, and you're just popping into that restaurant. You're going to eat some dinner. Now, for some of you, your anxiety might already be rising because you're thinking, okay, Meg, cool. What kind of restaurant are we at? What kind of foods do they have? Am I going to be able to eat anything, or am I just going to be sitting there looking around, right? Like, so if you're already starting to feel like I don't go out, okay, I want you to sit here, and what I like to call this situation is the suck, okay? The suck. We got to sit in it and So we're just embrace the feeling of the suck right now. Okay. So you get in there, you're all seated at a table, right? And you're asked if you want anything to drink. So already right now, you're just like immediately blurting out, I'll have a water with lemon, even though internally this is what's going on, right? You're like thinking, man, I really want to have a drink, probably some wine. I definitely can't have that right now because I'm on a diet. Like, wine would be so delicious. Or insert your favorite drink here, right? So as you're waiting, you can already feel like a bit annoyed, right? Because all your friends are freaking, here's some alcohol or whatever your drink of choice is, soda, and they look so happy, right? And you're just freaking annoyed because you're like, no, no, no. You want to be quote unquote good, right? I'm going to be good. So you have stupid. Open up your menu. You're looking at the menu. Let's look at this menu, right? Steak looks good. Steak looks really good. Probably can't have that. So I'm probably just going to stick with the salad. Yeah, salad. Salad's safe. Salad's the best option. So I'm probably going to order a garden salad. Mind you, as you're thinking, you did get your workout in, but you really don't want to ruin your gains. So we're going to suck it up. We're going to get a garden salad with a lemon wedge on the side. It's totally going to hold you over, right? So the waiter is coming over, but then he puts down this bread, right? I know all of you have been here, right? Drops it on the table and you're like, oh, that smells so good. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Fresh bread. And you're thinking, okay, can't have that. It's going to go straight to my thighs. Get it out of here. I don't want to see it. You go ahead, you look at the waiter, you're like, hey man, I'll take that salad. You're pouting while you're ordering, right? Because like, who just wants a salad? And you try to enjoy the conversations around you, but like, seriously, you're sitting here and all you can think about is that stupid piece of bread that smells so freaking good. Yeah, I hear you on that. Yes, the bread is difficult. So this is continuing, right? You're selling the bread, you're sipping your lemon water, you're taking a couple bites of your stupid garden salad, and you start sipping your water, you look around and everybody just looks like they're having the best time, right? And you're just sitting there. You can feel yourself like pulling in, right? Like you can't even enjoy the conversation around you because you just want to go home. Like you're so frustrated and annoyed. You're just being a grumpy butt, right? You're thinking, why do all of my friends, why do they get to go out? Why do they get to have a good time, right? You know what? I'm just probably going to skip the next night out with my friends because I just can't handle it. It's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to skip it because I'm dieting and I'm just going to skip it while I'm dieting, right? And then I can go out when I'm done. Okay. If this scenario fits any of you out there, if you feel this in your bones, in your soul, I want to see a number 11. Like this is me. I've totally been here or I am here right now. An 11. And I'm going to get another swig of my water. Always the bread and the butter. Yeah. Why do they end? It's just like all melty. Yeah, 11s. Absolutely, right? Totally. To a degree, I hear that. I feel that. Yeah. So I think as women, especially being a woman, you're constantly weighing out the pros and the cons of things, right? So you're like, okay, I've got this goal and I'm going to have to sacrifice everything, right? So I can hit it. Or at least that's what you think, right? And then you hit it, you can hit your goal. Then I get to do all the fun things with everybody because I'll have reached my goal and it's going to be great. It's going to be fabulous. Same with chips and salsa. Yeah. And I hear you because this has worked in the past, right? Probably for some of you. And it is a strategy, but let's think about it. Was it worth it? Did it really make you feel good having to sacrifice all of that and miss out? Right? I mean, the thing about it is you'll be telling yourself, and a lot of you, and I've been here before too, right? You're going to tell yourself the same story over and over until one day you look up and you've missed out on half of your life, right? Like, I'll just do it when I get to this point or this point or this point, right? And then, you're going to miss it. I can't imagine that any of you really want that to be your future. And guess what? I've actually got some really great news. It doesn't have to be your future because you really can have your cake and eat it too. right? You can. I'm not kidding. So drop in the comments, and I really want to see how you guys are feeling, right? I really want to see what would it mean for you when you're finally at that point, that pinnacle, you've made it. And I'm going to tell you for me what it was, and the word was true freedom. But I want to know, what would it feel like for you when you've made it, right? So for me, I know the weight of not knowing what to do has completely lifted, right? The tightness in your chest when you go out, it's gone. You can exhale all of the doubt because you're so confident with yourself and you know what choices to make, and everything just falls away, right? You have the freedom to go out and live your life. You have the freedom to say yes to the last minute things that pop up, like parties, date nights, and feel totally at ease moving things around a bit to fit your day, right? Free from worry and stress, freedom, relief, freedom, no panicking. Yeah, exactly, ladies. Like it is. It's just like the total freedom to know you're going out, and the confidence you have when you can go out and have your cake and eat it too, right? It's beautiful. So I did want to just touch on for a second, the strategies you have in place have totally gotten you where you're at today. And I want to take a minute and just soak that in, right? Like, what a great job you guys have been doing. It's amazing. And I'm so proud of you for that, right? We also know that you're ready to have that accomplishment. You're ready to have that less anxiety. You're ready for confidence. You're ready for total freedom, right? And revived. I love that. You're ready to feel revived. And I'm so excited because Kristen's actually going to show you here in a second exactly how you guys can do all of these things. Cake, eat it as well. I enjoyed so much talking with you guys, and Kristen's going to pop on and share all the strategies with you.
Awesome. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off there. Hello, ladies. Oh, I hope you have been just really enjoying hearing from the trainers and these different strategies, or maybe strategies that need to change, right? And now I get to share with you, here's what a really healthy strategy looks like. Here's what a really sustainable strategy looks like. Now, although the details will be so unique to you because you are a beautiful, unique puzzle piece, the overarching strategy should look like this. And so if it doesn't, you know that you have a gap. The good thing is I'm going to break it down so you'll actually know where your gap is. I'm so excited to share this. This is the really good part. This is the part that you get to actually visualize this as your life, because it's extremely possible. You just need the right strategy. Okay, so I'm going to break it down point by point. So the first one, you're learning to navigate life without having to restrict or stay home to be compliant, right? Just like Megan was saying, meaning you're able to enjoy these social outings because you know how to look at the menu beforehand and pre-plan the rest of your day, right? You can go to the last minute dinners. You can go to, well, what did I say? When your husband comes and eats all your food and you're like, that was all my pre-planned food. What am I supposed to do now? And that can put people in a state of like panic and really bad frustration, right? But when you actually know how to have the flexibility, it's like, okay, that kind of annoyed me, but I'm okay. I have the know-how of flexibility, which is one of the key pieces that need to be in place. So instead of throwing away that day or that situation, you know that you can say, okay, these are how many macros I have left. What in the menu is really going to fit that? And if it's nothing, you have the peace and the flexibility to say, that's okay. This day doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe this is the day that I learned to have gratitude for my healthy green salad with chicken breast on it, right? It's just learning to practice each strategy or each outing one day at a time, right? One situation at a time. I really want to stay on point with my pieces. I can talk so much on each of these, and I really want to stick to my points. And so I am going to reference my notes quite a bit, okay? So the first one is you're really learning to navigate, like what that would look like to be able to go out to eat, right? As the example, looking up the menu beforehand, things like that. The next step is you're simply practicing these things. So these situations will happen over and over and over and over. And the only way to officially overcome them with ease is to go through the learning, right? And so The good thing about this is, let's say that you have the strategy of looking up the menu beforehand, pre-planning it in your macros, and then of course, making sure the rest of the day fits around it, right? But let's say that that didn't work. What you pre-planned, like you guys went to a different restaurant and they didn't have that. It was something totally different. And you're like, what am I supposed to order now? It's okay that that situation happened, because what a beautiful blessing that, oh, shoot, there's this other layer to this now. Well, how do I navigate that? So it's like getting comfortable with each layer, how to handle each situation and each layer of going out to eat and hitting your goals. Is that making sense? Can you guys let me know? Are you tracking? Like, is this making sense so far? Awesome. I'm so glad. This is the part that's so unique to each individual woman, because how one of you thinks about going out to eat is totally different from, good ladies, is totally different from everybody else. And so although the overall blueprint of we pre-plan our macros, we look at the menu, we do this, right? Although those strategies are the same, the inner strategies are so unique to each individual woman, and you must know how can you handle that situation in a way that feels good for you. Once you learn those pieces, your life is set free, because you have the blueprint for your life and you're like, yeah, I know how to do this. It's great. All right. Great. Yes. So I said, yeah, with the practicing. And again, it's practicing the tools that are right for you, not just practicing general tools, hoping that they'll work, because your time is so valuable and you're putting so much energy towards it. It's like, oh my gosh, let's just do it right. So you don't have to take more time and more time and more time. Let's just do it right. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Key piece that must be in place to have this is accountability and an objective view during emotional periods. I'll give a quick example that these trainers can see who knows how many times, where a menstrual cycle is coming up, or maybe someone overate the night before a check-in and they're freaking out because their body just bloated and their measurements went up and they are just so upset at themselves. Having someone in your corner being like, Angela, it's okay. Look at the data. Look at your habits. Look what you did here. Everything's totally fine. Let's take it again in 3 days and see. And then it's like, okay, you're right. That's priceless. Like, we are emotional women, right? Having an objective view is so key, which is why also taking data points like measurements is so beautiful, because it gives you logical data that you can view. All right, cool. The next part. So these are like progressing, right? So you start by learning how to be out. Then you really practice because more stuff comes up. The next thing is you're understanding how to healthily and properly handle situations when you fall off your macros or something in life happens causing you to not hit your macros. A lot of you love to be super compliant, right? You're achievers. It's beautiful, but you don't always have to be perfect. There's so many wins and learning in not being compliant. It's like, well, let's talk through it, right? There's so much to learn. So you're really understanding how to healthily and properly handle these situations, like I said. So it's knowing how to get back on track, the sustainable approach, and not the be good for the time approach, not I'm going to slash calories, not I'm going to do more exercise, not trying to overcome what just happened, but actually just moving forward right back on your plan, because it's not about racing to results. It's about focusing on what are the daily habits? Like, what are the daily checks that I'm checking off? Because that's what creates a lifestyle. That's what creates beautiful results and the lifestyle at the same time. So it's way easier to maintain because you've developed the lifestyle while you're getting beautiful results and feeling more comfortable in your skin, excuse me. It's not separate. We got to go through those beautifully together. Okay, great. When you're doing these things, as long as you're putting forth the diligent effort, knowing you don't have to be perfect, you should be seeing results every week. Now, quick tangent on that. If you're compliant like one day and you're getting better at 2 days, give yourself time to see like the actual measurement and weight loss results and wins, but you're definitely winning in your lifestyle and winning in your habit stacking, which is amazing because it's just going to compound the results. Everything snowballs. Great. I'll never forget here, actually, before I share that story. So drop a 13 if you're already seeing some gaps. If you're like, oh, wait, I don't actually have that piece yet. I kind of have this piece, maybe not this piece. I drop a 13 if you're seeing some gaps. And yeah, like I said, you may have some of these in place. Yeah, but more than likely you can definitely improve. Yeah, love it. A quick story about one of her clients. I think she's been with us probably 2.5 years now. It's just like, we're just a part of her life now. And she's really only been compliant like 3 or 4 days, like the whole time. Right. And we've worked through a ton. We've worked through so much mental stuff, and she's actually achieved an amazing transformation and physical too. And so the point of sharing that is like, she's only been compliant half the time. She still had amazing transformation. So there's so many wins that can come out of perfection. It never has to be perfection, you guys. It's not sustainable if it's perfection. Let's learn. This is your life. Let's really learn, right? What a super healthy and fit lifestyle looks like for you. Okay. Love it. Too early for me to tell, but I can see this a big gap. Yeah. So as you're practicing those processes above, this is what should be happening. If these things are not happening, for sure, there is a gap, okay? You're getting stronger mentally, which could mean a lot of things, but I'm thinking of actually one of Katie's gals who came into the program wanting to be good for a time, and we just poured open the mind, and we're like, no, we're digging deep. And my gosh, she has become so strong mentally by deciding to do the work, and her transformation has been insane, mentally, physically, emotionally. It's been very cool. It's been humbling for her, and that takes a lot of strength. She's like, I didn't know I needed so much mindset work. I'm like, that's what they all say. So you're definitely getting stronger physically. Your clothes are fitting better. You feel more empowered from within, which improves your mental health, improves your attitude. It makes you feel better in your home, in your career, in motherhood. You take more risks, which causes you to have a higher quality of life because action takers always win. You're taking more and more healthy control over your life, over your health, your fitness, your weight, to get out of life the things you want and not falling into, which I totally understand, but not falling into the quick things or, oh, maybe I should try this. Oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's this. It's like, no, love. It's actually just creating a healthy lifestyle for you, right? So unique. Okay. Continuing on, these are a little bit deeper. You identify root beliefs causing you to self-sabotage. This happens when our gals get to the point that they've never been before. They're like, I didn't know I could get here, and I don't know what's on the other side of that. Oh boy, it's a lot of mindset work that comes out because it's a root belief of I'll never get there. And so self-sabotaging starts to happen. Ladies, what so commonly happens is you try to fix the self-sabotage. I'm overeating. I'm over-exercising. I'm under-eating. But that's actually not the root cause. The root cause is a belief, right? That's just a symptom of it, right? Totally understandable. You're doing the best you can. It makes sense you would do that. I'm just sharing with you. Actually, there's a step deeper that needs to change before the true habit and lifestyle transformation is able to take place. This will help you maintain your results with ease because you change in the best way. You grow, right? You grow. If these wins are not happening, there is a gap, and it doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be all at once, but the needle should be moving forward. Even when you fall off track, it doesn't go back here, loves. It should be like that. Did you see? You couldn't even tell that it moved. And then it just keeps moving forward, okay? But it's when the right tools and strategies are in place that we're practicing that the falls, the fails, the mess ups don't have as much impact, right? Okay, great. Yeah, and then I talked about, I touched on the mindset that when you get farther than you've never been, it's just so cool. It's a whole new world really that opens up. It's like, dang. Cool. All right, so what was my next piece? Yeah, I just want to add this. I said, you get to live out the dreams that you may have felt impossible to achieve, or maybe you're just not sure if you can. I remember being an athlete, right? I was never like super overweight, but I never felt like I could achieve this like amazing physique, right? Until I discovered physique shaping. And I thought just genetics, like this is just what I look like. And then it was like, oh my gosh, we have control over this. Life-changing moment, which is why Queens of Iron exists partly. Okay, cool. Then from here, ladies, we get to go here. Let me make sure that I talk to you about the 4 phases. Yeah. So I want to share with you really quick the 4 phases of, so this is the strategy within your phase, but what are the phases, right? So you could be wanting fat loss, you could be wanting to maintain your body, you could be wanting to gain weight, gain muscle, somewhere in between there, right? But there are these 4 phases. So let's say that that you want to shed fat and weight, right? You're going to need to go down into a deficit for sure, right? Phase number 1 for you is a deficit. Once you reach your goal, there may be some maintenance and stuff in between, depending on how far you are. Once you reach your goal, you reverse to maintenance. Once you're in maintenance, you must stay there a while. I recommend like 4 months, right? Because when you feel amazing in your body and you're able to eat more calories, we got to train that version of your lifestyle and that version of your mind, right? To be successful, because that's a slippery slope. You feel so good. You're like, and I get to eat more. It's a slippery slope. That is phase 2. We have to practice there. That's where a lot of ladies are having issues, right? Ladies, we oftentimes don't have a weight loss problem. It's a weight management. It's a weight maintenance problem, right? Like Katie was saying, you get to your goal and then what? Oh, shoot, right? We got to train the lifestyle and maintenance. That's phase 2. That is also the starting phase for someone who wants to shed fat but wants to maintain weight, right? You should still develop a lifestyle there. Then for a lot of ladies, the next phase 3, is weaning you off of macros. You don't have to track forever. They're amazing to fall back on when you want. I probably track macros, like I loosely track, but I probably track macros like a couple months a year. That's it. Usually when I want to get super shredded for summer, honestly, that's it. Because maintenance is really easy. I've gone through the whole process, right? So long ago, it's easy to maintain. Then phase 4 is freedom. You really live your life with freedom. For sure, you can go into phases of a surplus where you gain more. We have ladies gain 1 pound per month in a surplus, right? To gain lots of muscle, very little excess fat. Like that's a beautiful strategy. But a lot of ladies are loving their life at maintenance and they just get to wean off macros and you get to live a normal life. It's so wonderful. Yep, exactly. Yep. All right, cool. What is the key piece that must be in place? And I know a lot of you are missing this piece, and it's normal because you don't know what you don't know, right? And you're doing an amazing job. But the piece that needs to be in place is someone who's been there and who has successfully taken other people there. The blind can lead the blind, right? If you've never been there or someone's never been there and they're trying to take you there, the blind can lead the blind, but you're going to fall in a lot of freaking ditches. What? Like, let's just, you got to go with someone who's been there because you're not going to fall in the ditches, right? There might be a rock in the way when hubby eats all your macros. There might be a stick in the way when someone changes restaurants and it's totally not what you wanted, but you trip. You don't break your ankle in the ditch, right? It's just so different. Okay, cool. Last thing I'll say, then you get to go further. Set new goals, new heights, new confidence, new self-worth for those who struggle with self-worth. Feeling good in your body and feeling accomplished that you've been able to take control of your health and do this for your life and those around you is so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling. And it leads to a much higher quality of life with so much more gratitude, peace, strength, enjoyment. It's freedom. It's freedom. Cool. Okay. Does this sound like the journey that you're on? Oh, and then of course, this is the comment that I just see. I know, love. It's okay. It's normal. You guys, it's normal. This is not taught that often, which is why we host these master classes. Like we're shouting it from the mountaintops. Like, wait, there is freedom. There is freedom. So ladies, comment, or let's see. Does this sound like your journey? Yeah. Or if you have some gaps, are you ready for this to be your journey? So comment. Is this the journey you're on right now? Does this sound like yes? heck yeah, like that just made me feel so much better because I am actually on this journey and that's amazing. I'm going to freaking celebrate with you. If you're not on this journey, that's okay. Just let me know. No, I'm not. And you know what? Sometimes awareness sucks. Awareness is hard. I tell heck yeah, our clients. Sorry, do the comments. Yeah. Our clients like, yeah, I'm on it. Like, yeah. Good job, you guys. Recommitted. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I love it. You really can achieve your goals in a way you can maintain forever and feel good with a healthy and balanced lifestyle. And it will never come from jumping to different things. It will never come from quick fixes. It will never come from diets. It will never come from anything that's not learn how to eat really healthy for your body and enjoy lifestyle balance, like having a glass of wine, going out to eat, having cake, like whatever, your thing. Gosh, I go out to Mexican food and have margaritas all the time. Like it's not that big a deal. You just have to learn the strategies of how to do it. Okay. All right, ladies, I love it. Beautiful. Okay, great. Well, here's the thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem, love. We'll get you the replay. Well, ladies, that is really what we wanted to share with you about your lifestyle, the strategies that you're using, where you may be missing it. And so we hope that you learned so much from that. We hope that you're left leaving like, oh my gosh, like I need to put this in place to have this. Like, and I hope you're really learning, look what I can have. Like it's really there. Okay. For those who are interested in getting help with this, we literally specialize in this exact same thing. Our pillars are healthy nutrition / macros, which we use to help you establish habits in your lifestyle, weightlifting in a way that really shapes your body to look and feel how you want it to while creating a ton of strength and healthy aging, bone density, little stabilizer muscles, all of that, and lifestyle coaching to really help you transform your life. A lot of programs out there, you pay and then you can barely get a hold of your coach. My gosh, we are drastically opposite from that. Like we show up. Believe me, ask any of our trainers. It takes like probably 1 to 3 hours. Would you guys say to reply to clients, if not faster? Yeah, it's so fast because we want to be a part of every little detail, right? Because we want to do all the work for you. So many people are like, here's a plan, go figure it out yourself. It's like, if they could figure it out themselves, they wouldn't be here. Like, what are you doing, right? So for those who want help to figure it all out, where you don't have to do the research, you don't have to figure out strategy, you don't have to do anything other than communicate how you feel, communicate your needs, communicate what's happening, and apply the strategies we're sharing, I'm going to share with you some details here, okay? So we are Queens of Iron, especially for those of you who are new to us. Combined, we have about 25 years of experience training women in their fitness and nutrition, and we really serve and support total lifestyle transformation. We want to help you for sure and will achieve a total body transformation, but we love to go a step beyond that because we want this to be the last program you ever need for the rest of your life. What's the point of jumping program to program forever, right? It's like we want to help you really take control and just smash your goals, go beyond what you thought you could, and live healthy, fit, toned, feminine, feeling amazing from the inside out, knowing how to manage your nutrition without any of the stress. So what we do and what I can do too, I'll post the application if you want to learn more. I want to learn about your goals, and then I'll actually create you a video sharing with you the details, like just me and you, we'll talk through it, okay? So what we do first and foremost is get you the right macros for you. You're so unique, like I said, so every woman is so extremely important and every woman is treated so laser focused and unique. So we'll get you the right macros to lose about 1 pound per week. That's what we love to have ladies see. Super healthy and sustainable. You're seeing results every single week. You're feeling great and you're protecting your beautiful muscle mass, okay? Once we get down to your goal, we'll slowly start to add more food to your nutrition program to teach your body how to eat more and still shed fat, which is an amazing thing. It's going to make life way more fun. It's going to make life way more easy, but also it teaches your body a new set point, meaning where your body just comfortably likes to live. So you don't gain it, lose it, gain it, lose it, gain it, lose it. But instead, you can just maintain your results so much more easily because you've taught your body how to stay there and you've taught your lifestyle how to stay there through the tracking process, right? Through these processes that I've already shared. Beautiful. It creates a really healthy metabolism. And again, it just makes maintenance so much easier. And then with the weightlifting side, our framework is called Fit, Fierce, and Feminine because yes, you're going to be a powerhouse. You're going to be super strong. Like, of course, we do squats, deadlifts, like all the things, right? All the things. CrossFitters love us. Like, we're very athletic, right? It's a very athlete-based program. But we also want to shape your body to have the feminine feel, to feel empowered, to have beautiful shoulders, toned arms. Bring the waist in, lift your glutes, tone the legs. Like, it feels good to feel good. Summer, right? Gosh, ladies, 6 months, like, feel amazing in your shorts. Have women look at you or people look at you and be like, wow, she really works out. Like, she lifts weights. Like, oh my gosh, she looks amazing. That feels good to lead by example. What a blessing you are to the world, right? When you're that and to yourself, for sure, you feel so good. So we'll make sure that you have the right lifting program for you, your stress, your body, your goals, what you need, the equipment you have, the time you have. Like, ladies, Queens of Iron is the furthest thing from a cookie cutter program. Like, we are here for each individual woman, not just in the beginning, not just like for a week or two or a month, but like forever. One client's been with us almost 6 years. We're in the same level of communication. We love her very deeply. Like, we love all of our people. And then lifestyle coaching. We take this extremely seriously. This is another one of the areas that really does set us apart from so many programs, which is the level of touch points we have with our clients. Harvard medical research shows having the right support systems around you are critical to achieve your goals faster and in a way you can maintain long-term, right? We take that so seriously. And so we make sure that you have the right support systems in place via the coaches to provide the external accountability you need so you can make those little internal habit changes needed to totally accomplish your goals, take control of your body, feel amazing in your skin, and be able to live a beautiful and flourishing life. So you actually have access to all 4 of us, trainers and nutritionists. We just wear different hats of communication along your journey. So most importantly is your one-on-one trainer. So one of those gals, it's so beautiful because you guys get to build a really great relationship. She knows exactly what's happening with you, with your results, with your life, like as much as you want to share, right? She is right there in your back pocket. We take nights and weekends off. We teach balance. So of course we want to have lifestyle balance too, leading by example, but we're extremely present throughout the week. Send macro diary screenshots, send videos of your form so we can help with form. Like, we are here not just to say, oh, here's a guide, read it, figure it out. It's like, hey, Amber, show me your screenshots from yesterday. Let me help you unkink this. Oh, you're going out to dinner Friday. Where are you guys going? Let's talk through it. It's so one-on-one. So that is extremely valuable. You can get through, you can overcome any challenge. They have all the strategies. If we don't have the strategies, we're in the research and we will find the strategy. Okay. Come back, share what happened, share how it went, and we'll just keep at it with you side by side, woman to woman. It's so beautiful. And then I do more of the group coaching side of the house. I host a Zoom call once a week for ladies to jump on. Normally only about 6 or 8 women jump on, so it's so beautiful and intimate. I go one by one and we just chat through, like, Susan, what's been going on this last week? How you doing? And it's just a FaceTime touch point. Like, hey, talk to me, what's going on? How are you? Also, your trainer will book a call with you anytime that you want, but so much is done through Telegram, our communication app. They just don't need it because they're so supported, right? So actually our number one core value or our first core value at Queens of Iron is treat every woman or treat every client as if they're at a 5-star luxury resort. We care about you. So we're here to help you with what you need and overcome the challenges that you're facing, not the woman next to you, what you're facing, okay? Lastly, we have what's called our coaching corner. This is a private group in Telegram. I teach weightlifting videos here every week, really easy to digest for you, but it just helps you learn how to lift so effectively, like advanced level lifting, truly. You'll be lifting with the most advanced techniques in the gym, I can truly guarantee it. We have that. We have a nutrition channel. Women can post questions, literally whatever they want in there. We have a wins, ladies share wins, questions, stuff like that. So you're just extremely supported and we're here to care for you. So if you ladies are interested in learning more, I'm going to drop a link to this application. It is first come, first serve, of course, in terms of like enrolling because there's 4 of us, right? And quality is always our number one. And so quality delivery, I mean. And so once you guys fill that out, and if for some reason you're not seeing it, let me know because it might not have posted to the channel you're watching on, like if you're on YouTube, for example. But fill it out and then it will ask you about your goals, what's important to you, what's been your biggest hurdle, what have you been facing, stuff like that. And it will just give me a good understanding of where you're at, what you need, what do you want to accomplish. It asks to show photos. You do not have to if you don't want to. It just helps me show you, like, girl, look at this. We're going to bring your belly in here. We're going to lift the glute here. It's so fun to see. If you don't want to see it, don't worry about it, okay? We're here to serve you and support you, not force you to do anything you don't want to do. If there's a question for some reason you don't want to answer, just put, I don't want to answer. And that's okay, because we're here for you, okay? After I get your answers to the application, I will create you a video response, and I'll actually screen share with your answers, and we'll just chat through it. I'll share with you, here's the strategy that we would use for you. Here's exactly what we can do. I may ask more questions just to help understand you better, to, of course, provide the most support. And then I'll share with you different program length options. It's really relaxed, never pressure. Like, we are here to serve women who want to change their lives, never to try to get anyone into anything they don't. Like, we're here for you, ladies, okay, truly. So anyway, then either Shelby or I will send you that video, and then we'll just chat through any questions. And if you want to jump on a personal call, we can do that too. Beautiful. All right, ladies. Well, I'm going to bring back the other trainers. We just want to say thank you, and then also see if you have any questions, and we can just stay on and answer some questions. And yeah, so let me just say thank you so much for being here. Truly, we really love doing these master classes. We aim to do them once a month, and it's just to take a really good chunk of time to say, all right, ladies, here's the problem that we've been seeing you facing for the last month, basically, or, for a long time, but here's a common problem we've been seeing. Let's help them solve it this masterclass. And then next month, it's like, we're just here to help you solve problems. So thank you, ladies, so much for being here. We're so grateful for you. And Queens of Iron exists for you. Without you, none of this would be possible. So I just want to applaud you and say, I love that you're taking time and efforts to take care of yourself, to learn really what it means to be the healthiest, best, and most fittest version of yourself in a way that promotes lifestyle wellness, not just fitness wellness, but then the lifestyle and the relationship is being degraded, but having this beautiful balance of, I can be healthy and fit and still be able to love and show up for those around me, and the added benefit of being a leader for them too. Love it, ladies. I hope that was so valuable to you. That's literally what we want. That's all we want. Any questions, you guys? Any questions that have been on your mind? Let me pop over. You bet, Claudine. Let me pop over into the Facebook group and see. I think I posted one asking if you guys had questions. Ladies, trainers, anything that you want to share?
Just fully enjoyed it today. I think it's all just so real. And I think each of us trainers also talk on things that we have personal experience with. And so, we're human too. And it just, those are things I talked about real things I had to work through as well. And it just helps us help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, Nicole. Okay, love. So give me just a second. Let me find you on, so I'm going to post it here. One more time. And then let me find your comment, love. And I will, let's see. Nicole, love, if not, I will totally send it to you in a message, but let me see if I can find you really quick. Do you guys want to share about anything, like any client story? Oh my gosh, Carla, Sarah, do you want to maybe share about Carly? Oh, wait, let's answer this question really quick. Oh, so Laura said, facing a big injury, is weight loss possible following macros only, no exercise? Yeah, I want to answer this really quick. Oh yeah, there it is. 1,000,000%. You can get all the fat off through nutrition, and you build and shape your body through weightlifting. 10 out of 10, you can achieve any weight loss goal with nutrition only. Yeah. Heck yeah. Is it okay to do 2 shorter? Yeah, ladies, do one of you want to reply to this? And let me look for Nicole's comment. Nicole Love, can you tell me really quick, are you on the Facebook group? Or are you on my personal page, or do you know where you're at right now? Oh, I found you, Love. I found you. Okay, go ahead, ladies. Sorry.
I think my big question here, because I think when you're trying to shove 2 workouts into like a day, it's like, why are we trying to do more, right? Let's really focus on quality work versus quantity. Because sometimes we focus on like, I got to do all these things. So I'm going to short my workout, get 2 workouts in. It's like, why don't we just do 1 workout and go all in and do our really most beautiful work there versus trying to do 2. Now, if you notice like, oh, I ran out of time and I want to finish my workout, like maybe later in the day, absolutely. You can like maybe finish your last 2 exercises, but I'd rather, instead of you trying to do 2 shorter, go all in. And then, that would be where, like, if you have your coach, talk to your coach about like, what do we need to do to move this forward? Or especially looking at like, my brain is always like, is that person's goals? Like, I think of some of my clients and they're like, I'm building my legs, my hammies, my glutes. And it's like, well, if it's an upper body day and we're happy with our upper body day, it's okay if maybe this week we don't focus there and we maybe miss that because life happened, right? Because this goes back to what Kristen was talking about, being perfect. Like, oh my gosh, life happens. You get sick, your kiddo gets sick, a car accident. I mean, who knows? Life will happen. I can guarantee life is going to happen. And working and having that moment of like, okay, what are my goals and what's going to really give me the most volume, the most power to support those goals is what I would say too.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Like, don't plan for it to be 2:30 because obviously it affects intensity and a lot of things, but yes, yeah, that's a good point. Hi, Love. Sorry, we can't see your name. Who is this? We adore you. We're here to help, ladies. Cool.
I would say too, just like moving your body, right? If you aren't able to get that full workout in and you have to cut it down, like going for a walk, like it's one of the most underrated things ever, but it's so important and it's not stress on your body. So just, getting those steps in too and being mindful of that and not sitting for too long at a time is a really good thing as well.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, ladies, let us know any questions that come up. We're here to serve. You can definitely click my name too, send me a message. You can, Shelby, I'm sure will be popping in here. You can send her a message. We're here to support you personally. So remember, fill out that application if you're interested in coaching. Really, really laid back conversation. We're just here to chat and see how we can serve you best. So, all right, beautiful. Have a great day, ladies. Thanks for being here. Talk to you later.